Alright guys, here's a quick video on setting up more complicated integration testing scenarios. So if you take a look at my folder structure, you can see that I have the classic test folder in there. And the thing is with this setup is in order to have the tests that are inside of this folder find the relevant dependencies and things that they need to import, we have to change the structure of our core application code. So what that means is normally in a service, in an application, you're just going to have the main.rs file because ultimately what you're doing is you're compiling a binary file that's executable. But in the case of the test folder with the integration tests, this is actually its own separate crate and is treated as such, and therefore it needs an access point or a way to find the various features that it can import in your main file. So what we have to do is instead of having the normal modules that would be, up in here somewhere, and then the rest of the entry point code in the main.rs function, we need to create a separate lib.rs file and then move all the module declarations in there. In addition, you'll notice that everything is now public because, again, this is considered a separate crate, so it has to be exposed publicly. And just to be clear, this is the core run function that main is executing. But anyway, once that happens, then the tests inside of the integration tests inside of the test folder can begin to find the various resources that are there by using the name of the project itself, which for me is server rs, and then finding the path to whatever relevant component that I need. So that's step one. And then the other step is after you get past basic tests where everything, the files themselves are on the root of the test folder, then you're going to find, like how I did here, you're going to have various folder structures, which of course in Rust are modules, and then you're going to have your files, embedded or nested inside of those paths. So what you need to do in addition is to create this mod.rs file in the root of your test folder. And you need to expose the modules that are existing in your project. So if you follow along this hierarchy, you can see we have the routes folder over here, and then we have messages over here, and then we have the message route test file over here. And then this allows the cargo test to go into the test folder, find the mod.rs file, which is a lot like an index.js file in JavaScript, and find the relevant modules, the paths to the relevant files, and execute them as needed. So if we run this test, we can see inside of the test folder that the 4 individual tests that we have are executing and completing successfully.